Okay, I'm sure you've heard that the riches are in the niches. The same is true in the online space if you're a digital service provider, a service pro. Yes, there are some fields that are more lucrative. There are some tasks that are more lucrative. Now, that doesn't undermine what I teach about being a very well-rounded virtual assistant, somebody who's very savvy when it comes to digital marketing and what their clients are wanting to do and how you can help them behind the scenes. But it is true that if you find something you love and you're passionate about, you have the ability to be a little bit more profitable, especially when it comes to value pricing and how clients see the value that you deliver. Hey, I'm Emily Reagan. I've been working in the online space for over a decade now, helping clients behind the scenes grow their business, grow their audience, grow their email list, monetize their talents, put out those courses, launch those memberships, and all of that. I have found this work so rewarding, and I love getting to work on a variety of things. Now, I teach my students to be what I call unicorns because so many of the tasks are interwoven behind the scenes. And yeah, you could be working in one area like Facebook community management, but it's so related to other parts of the business and you need to understand how it's an ecosystem. Let's talk about these 10 profitable niches or niches, depending on how you say it, for virtual assistants. I am talking about the remote people behind the scenes who are helping run these online businesses. Now, the first one, number one, is the admin or executive virtual assistant. Depending on how you spin it, I think that the executive assistant has a very regal title. You have the ability to work with an online business owner, especially if they're doing well and they're successful, and really cater to them. So you take anything you would do in the admin world and you up level it because you're working with one person. And think about some of these 7-figure influencers, even 8-figure like course creators and bigwigs and business coaches. They all have an executive assistant who just takes care of them with their scheduling, with like totally the time management piece is huge. Being able to guard their time and be careful like who is let into their schedule and into their hours. So that executive assistant is doing all of the admin tasks that your admin VA would be doing, but at a high level. So you can see why the pay would be higher, especially if you're working with somebody who is like a higher level in their business, right? Number 2 is a customer relations expert assistant. We're all using the term VA, but quite often business owners mean something a little bit more specific. And when it comes to service and customer service, and like sometimes you see customer happiness expert or whatnot, it's very important that the clients are taken care of, the customers are taken care of, because that is where the bread and butter is, right? It takes more money to go out and acquire a new client than it does to just nurture the ones you have. So business owners are depending on somebody like you who has that knack for working with customers, that empathy, and that understanding of their business to help them find the solutions that they need behind the scenes without involving the business owner. So customer service, especially if you can work your way up in an online business team where you're managing other people, all of these roles we're kind of talking about are the VA like on steroids, like really stepping into that project management role. And yeah, we call it virtual assistant, but that doesn't mean you are just a soldier. You can be in general and step up into that project management role when you've had a lot of experience. And the beauty of getting in with a solopreneur or a small business team early is you can grow with their business and you could find yourself being that customer relations manager for the entire team, especially during a launch when you need extra support and assistance, when they're onboarding new clients, when you have a business owner who is at that 7-figure level, even 6-figure level, high 6 figures. Number 3, a profitable niche. We are talking about social media. Yeah, you start off scheduling, designing posts, maybe repurposing posts, but quite often you will find yourself moving into that social media manager role, and then that's when you can start charging more and stepping into that role. I know social media managers who charge $2,000 a month to do X, Y, and Z posts a month. So this can be very lucrative if you have several clients. You can see quickly, but you've got to step out of the VA role and really tailor down to which social media platforms do you work on. And when you really understand your business owner's messaging, what they're trying to do, what their main call to actions are, when you start to be able to incorporate their strategy plus things you've learned and test things you've learned in other courses and other programs and other free spaces like here on YouTube, you really step into that manager role again. And when you can call yourself a manager, you can command more money, higher pay rate. Number 4 is very similar. We're going to piggyback off the social media manager and get into paid traffic. The evolution is social media manager to Facebook ads. Oh my gosh, Facebook ads is where it's at. You get to bring in your unicorn skills because you're also dealing with a little bit of tech. You're dealing with lead magnets and conversions and sales and pixels. And then you're also doing a little bit of design, maybe a little copywriting. Facebook ads managers charge premium. I know a lot of ads managers who, again, are at least $2,000 a month, plus you take a percentage of the ad spend. So if you have a client who's spending, $20,000 a month, they might command a percentage based on what that ad spend is. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat on that one, but going into paid ads is a little bit more lucrative because you have clients who have money to spend, they're getting results, they can see the ROI directly. And it's not just Facebook. Of course, Instagram and Facebook are together, they're married. We have the opportunity for Google ads, Pinterest promoted pins, YouTube ads, and even LinkedIn ads. Although LinkedIn ads are very expensive and I don't think they work, but there could be a market for you. So think about that is a niche for you as you get your hands and experience working in social media. That could be the evolution for your business. All right, number 5 is podcasting. I've done a YouTube video about this, but podcasting is very, very popular right now. There are so many podcasts out there. There are a lot of online business owners who are using a podcast as part of their funnel. They need help behind the scenes. If you can become an expert at the production or post-production or the promotion of podcasts, you will be golden. There's so much work out there right now. And if you can niche down those unicorn skills, you're using a variety of digital marketing skills to get that podcast out there, that's when you can command a higher rate. You can even step into the role of being the podcast manager, even a consultant or a strategist, and cha-ching! Number 6, let's talk about Pinterest. It's its own animal. Business owners don't have time to do Pinterest. It's a free search engine. It's a big traffic driver. There's such opportunity there, and they want to hand that off to one person who can oversee it. I have had so much work doing Pinterest marketing for clients, and there's a huge opportunity to have an agency there too. The cool thing about Pinterest, the algorithm is changing, but it's pretty predictable, and it's work that you can kind of set and forget. And what I love is that the clients leave me completely autonomous. They just don't have time, period, to manage it. They just want to know that it's working and that you're doing the job. When you can become very high level at Pinterest and you are known for getting results, you can also command a top dollar. You can step into that role of strategist. You can also, like we talked about with paid ads, go into the promoted pins way and also start earning some more money by running paid traffic campaigns on Pinterest. Number 7, we're going to talk about the tech VA. It's a little bit of a pet peeve to have tech and VA in the same sentence. But bottom line, if you can come into the back end of someone's business and help them implement, clean things up, integrate some things, get platforms talking in the tech stack, you can command top dollar. I know people who just go in and for $100 a pop, set up a domain, do the pixel, and the stuff that doesn't take long, and once you learn how to do it, is pretty repeatable across platforms. The problem is that these clients, A, get scared of tech, B, they don't trust a lot of people. So if you have a good reputation and that ability to do it, you will explode. I highly consider you niching down in the tech world, helping with launches, helping with setting up lead magnets, helping with setting up CRMs, all of that. It could be so lucrative for you. And I could really see that business model going to where you only work in day rates and you only charge a high hourly rate, because that is a skill set that is hard to get to that level of experience. And there's just not enough people who do it. All right, number 8, let's talk about the community manager. I love this community manager job because not everyone can do it. It requires somebody with a certain amount of people skills and empathy, knowledge of the business, and some tech skills behind the scenes. They really have to have a pulse on the community. And the beautiful thing about a community manager is most high-level entrepreneurs have at least one free Facebook group, one paid group, and sometimes temporary pop-up groups or temporary Facebook groups just for their students who are taking a course at that time. They need somebody to manage all of that, but they also want someone to get it. What I like about community management is you can really position yourself on a team and you can stay there. So you don't have to context switch too many clients. You could have 1 or 2 community management clients and you could be golden. You have a certain skill set. If you can do this, like, you are very rare. You're one of those unicorns because you have that gift of understanding online business and helping people. Again, with the customer service, you're the front face of the business. You're the one interacting with people, giving them, representing the brand and giving them that first impression of your client. So this has to be the right person. It's not somebody you go out and hire for $10 an hour to do the job. All right, so don't forget about community management. Maybe that could be your niche. All right, number 9, let's talk about blogging. I love blogging. I got a lot of my early work helping clients blog because it is a way to get traffic free, organically from the search engines, from Pinterest. And it is one of those things that clients can't always keep up with. They're usually spinning their wheels trying to produce the content, but they need someone to 100% like step up and manage the blog. And this is very lucrative if you can do this. You could even command a percentage of the affiliate sales that come from blogs. Like, if you're setting up affiliate marketing, I was doing work for a client where every click on that link, she got $80. So the fact that I could come to the table and be like, well, what else can we do to monetize that? Is very incentivizing, and I'm proving my worth very easily because you see the money coming in from the blogs that I'm outputting. So stepping up from like a blogging BA into a content manager, somebody who knows SEO really well and can see the strategy, who can monitor the analytics and see where people are coming from, and can step up as that content manager role. I really equate it to being a newspaper editor when I had a plan. Like, I had a 6-week plan with what our main feature stories were going to be. Yeah, news things will change, but being as organized as possible behind the scenes and taking charge, that's what clients really want, even when it comes to something like a blog. Also a podcast. That's kind of related. I get it. Maybe even YouTube, right? All right, let's talk about the last one, number 10, being a launch assistant. Get your foot in the door if you can help with a launch, because you can quite quickly grow into a launch manager, a launch strategist, and a launch consultant. And let me tell you, anywhere there's an exchange of money, the closer you are to the money-making activity, the more you can charge. I know launch managers who charge a percentage of the launch. So imagine your client has $1 million launch, you charge 10%. Awesome. At some high level, business owners have a team, but their team doesn't always have the capacity to help with a launch. Another easy way in, just as a little bonus, is to help with affiliate programs with those launches, and that could help you get some experience. All of these are 10 very profitable niches for a VA, and not just being a regular admin VA. I'm talking about being narrowed and focused with your digital services. I'm telling you, it can happen. I see women and men all the time enter this online space as a freelancer and be surprised by what they can accomplish with a digital service. It will open so many doors. You don't really know until you get your feet wet, till you start helping clients and figuring it out. I encourage you to check out my free Facebook group where you can learn more about being a digital marketing virtual assistant. I also have a podcast, Unicorns Unite, where we talk to other freelancers, learn about their startup stories. We learn about how they do their offers and some other digital marketing techie tricks and things to know. Yeah, thanks for joining me. If you love this, if you found it helpful, please like and subscribe. I will see you next week. Bye.